volatility. Time to move on and talk about GNFC. They've put out a muted set of revenues and the profits are up just about 0.5%. Mr. R.K. Gupta is the managing director who now joins in to give us the rationale for the same. Mr. Gupta, let's start off with your chemicals business. That's seen some pretty smart growth, which has offset the fall that we witnessed in the fertilizer segment. How much of this growth in the chemical segment was aided by the normalization post-GST?
You see, I'd like to first say that we have declared the best ever Q2 results and the best ever H1 results. The Q2 performance has been better by 7% as compared to the last year, and the H1 performance has been better by 26% as compared to the last year. But in addition to this, the chemical segment has done extraordinarily well. On the production side, most of our plants, we have almost 21 types of chemicals that we are producing. Most of our plants have operated at more than 100% capacity. Acetic acid, formic acid, ethyl acetate, ANP, which is one of the main fertilizers we are making, and also AN melt. Our main product, TDI, has been doing extraordinarily well, and by the end of this quarter, 30th September, we had exported a great deal, but at the same time, we have huge export orders pending right now, which will be serviced by 31st of December. So our growth in chemical sector is going to continue and is going to be better in this quarter, current quarter as well.
What was the capacity utilization in the chemical space and change in value mix which drove the margins?
Chemical sector, as I said, most of our plants have operated at more than 100% budgeted capacity. Even in our premium segment, that is TDI, aniline, acetic acid, we have crossed more than 90% in case of TDI, more than 100% in case of aniline, more than 100% in case of acetic acid, more than 100% in case of ethyl acetate, more than 100% in case of AN melt, CNA, concentrated nitric acid, weak nitric acid. So in all chemical segments, we have operated at more than 100% budgeted capacity production. And we have also made about 22 records, 10 records in production and 12 records in marketing in this particular quarter.
In terms of chemical segment, of course, it drove the numbers with good margins, as you have been explaining. Can you expect a further improvement as volume increase in H2?
Well, yes. Well, yes. As I said briefly, that we already have almost 2,500 tons of export orders pending, which we hope to service by the end of 31st December. The prices have been steady. In fact, the prices in the last 3 months have been highest ever in case of certain chemicals, TDI to top it all, formic acid, and there has been consistent increase in acetic acid prices also. In fact, we've had 5 price increases in just last 1 month. So by the end of December, we hope to complete our pending export orders. Our TDI plant has been running very well at 100% capacity for the last many days. TDI, as I have been explaining many a times, is one of the world's most complex and most hazardous technologies, and very few countries in the world, they make TDI. India, of course, we are the only producer in Southeast Asia, China, Korea, and Germany. And there's hardly any other country which makes TDI. Now, in a TDI plant, you simply cannot expect the capacity utilization by the total capacity multiplied by the number of days. This is a plant which requires frequent shutdowns, maintenance shutdowns, preventive shutdowns. So to reach even 90% of capacity utilization is something which is very ambitious. And we've already achieved that. And right now, our TDI plants, both the TDI plants, almost we are producing more than 200 tons a day. And they are running at more than 100% capacity. At the same time, we have also set up an ambitious target for ourselves for exporting at least 100 tons a day. So in that case, I see the TDI market going very, very steady. But not only TDI, as I have been again consistently telling you and your viewers, that this company has to be evaluated not only on the basis of TDI. There are many premium chemicals which we've been selling, and we are the only producer in the country. Aniline, formic acid, acetic acid, to name a few. And these chemicals have also been running very well.
Okay, and finally, tell us a little bit about your expansion plans over the next 3 years. You have some of the other state companies, the likes of GSFC and GACL. They've laid out a very ambitious roadmap. What's yours?
Yes. Recently, our 550 crores dicalcium phosphate plant, the foundation laying was done by the Honorable Prime Minister on 8th of October. And this plant we hope to complete by March 2019. The implementation has been going on as per schedule, and all engineering designs, civil designs and other things, they have been completed. All agreements have been executed. The civil work will start very soon, and the machinery fabrication has already started in Belgium. This is going to be the biggest dicalcium phosphate plant of India. And this is going to, dicalcium phosphate, for that matter, has an annual growth rate of almost 18 to 20% world over. And this is very important, essential constituent in cattle feed, fish feed, and poultry feed. So we are going to supply, and this is going to be largely export-oriented. And we already have 100% export guarantee given by the joint venture company Ecophos, which is one of the world's biggest, or rather the biggest dicalcium phosphate company in the world. In addition to this, we've already, Honorable Prime Minister also laid the foundation of a very big neem extraction plant costing around 50 crores, and that will increase the capacity of neem oil production. We are the only company, only fertilizer company in the country producing neem oil at a very large scale, and this year our production would be more than 2,000 tons, and we are supplying purest of pure neem oil to other urea companies.
Right.
In addition to this, Honorable Prime Minister also dedicated to nation the neem complex.
Okay, thanks very much for laying out your ambitious plan.